present a special recognition to a very special person. Now, if you look at his hair, he's gray, almost white. But whenever he was a kid, I lived around the corner from him. And he and his brother came to my house and said, I want to have a cake. I want to bake a cake for my mother's birthday. And they came to my house and we baked the cake and took it to his mother. And they just had a great time. He's always been a wonderful young man. He is the honoree that we're honoring right now, attended UC Davis. And if you look in your program, you'll see that he graduated with a Juris Doctorate of Law degree. He has been on the Berkeley City Council. He has he's a current appointee of the Council on Mentally Ill Offenders, and that's really, really an important work that he's doing. There's so many facets to James Sweeney that we don't really know about. But I wanted Mr. Stone to come up and help me. The other thing is that one of his favorite artists is none other than Charles Dibbs. So if you'll get the award, while you're getting the award, Mr. Aubrey Stone would like to help me to present Mr. James Sweeney, principal of Sweeney and Associates.
Thank you so much. First of all, I'm honored to be up on the platform with my dear little sister, but more importantly, to help introduce this gentleman. Some of the people on the stage see me downtown a lot, running in and out of the Capitol, doing various things, trying to advocate for African-American business opportunities. But every time it seems like I come downtown, I run into this guy. and the first thing out of his mouth every time he sees me downtown running over to the Capitol or right out the Capitol is, Aubrey, what can I do to help you? What can I do to help the Black chamber? If I had 50 other people doing that with me, we wouldn't have the challenges we have today. So I appreciate him as a person for always being there, for being always with the right attitude, with a healthy spirit, kind and kindred spirit, and doing the work. And one last thing I just want to say about it. He's not flamboyant. Some are, that's fine. But he's not flamboyant. He's passionate. Don't mix passionate with flamboyance. He's not flamboyant. He's a behind-the-scenes person. Anything you need done, he'll get it done, and he don't want to take any credit. And those are more the kind of people we need in our community. James Sweeney.
Loves their parents and their mother, anyone that takes care of them, and anyone that then takes care of the community, we have to say thank you, Mr. Sweeney. Thank you.
First and foremost, I like to tell people that I am a member of the Feel Good Association of America. And some people say, well, what are you talking about? I said, well, if you are a member of the Feel Good Association of America, you don't have to stand in line. You don't have to fill out an application. All you have to do is feel good. And if you're feeling particularly good, you are the president of the Feel Good Association. One of the things that the health disparities indicate is that we can't be a member of the Feel Good Association if we do not change our habits. I was told and read information that when you put a cigarette in your mouth, that your blood pressure goes up for 30 minutes for every cigarette that you smoke. African American men die 7.1 years sooner than any other ethnic group in America. I want you to be part of the Feel Good Association, but that requires us to deal with our habits. I am particularly gratified to see one of the barbers in the house, Master Barber and Beauty. I noticed that they participated in the health outreach program in this city that was coordinated by Flechette. I'm also pleased that when the California black media was doing its thing in California, that I was pleased to be able to have my offices be used initially. And I want to thank the Brown family, because when you talk about multiple generations, you realize that not only do they own part of the black press, but you realize that they put a foundation together and worked for our youth and our kids. They've put together an academy named after Mr. Brown, and they are doing those things on a daily basis to get things done. So I'm proud and pleased to be standing before you today, but I couldn't even be here if it wasn't for people like the Browns that we have in our urban communities all over, because too often our story does not get told. And the people who tell that story are the black press. And we need to be thankful of that reality. One final note. Health is very, very important. My wife is in the hospital as we speak. She smoked and is smoking, has smoked too much. She's out of ICU, so that's a positive. But this story of health disparities is not an academic story. It's a personal story. So if you have friends, if you have relatives, if you can get them to do what's right, it does make an outstanding difference. Dr. Relaford, thank you for what you do, not only here in California, but some of us know that you did it in Maryland, some of us know you did it in Chicago, and some of us know you did it in Washington, D.C. This lady here on the budget knows what she's talking about. I don't have to tell you about Aubrey. You already know. But I will tell you this. The bottom line is, I would like all of you to become members of the Feel Good Association. Change your habits.